Welcome back to the channel. I'm here at the Mayo Clinic today, and I'm celebrating my good fortune to be recovering from a major surgery I had here about 8 weeks ago. So no one wants to be sick when you're traveling, but if you can at all possible, work with your physician to plan around your trips. If you're fortunate like me, I did not have life-threatening issues, so I was able to work with my physician and find a time that worked around my travels. One of the things you'll want to do is make sure that you allow plenty of time for recovery. Things happen that you don't expect when you're recovering, and so you'll want to take your time to make sure that you have plenty of time to focus on your health and be in as great a condition as you possibly can. You also want to make sure that you choose your medical facility and your physician carefully. Search online, but also rely on your primary care physician to help you make the best decision possible based on your condition and your own personal health. I'm fortunate enough to live near the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville, Florida. They provide world-class health care. I will tell you that they are completely focused on me and my health, and they always made me feel like I was the center of their attention, and I felt like my care was second to none. I'm so grateful to everyone here, from my physician to the nurses to even the technicians and the people who clean my room. I have never received such wonderful care and feeling in my life. One of the secrets to your health care today is to make sure you understand how to use your electronic medical records app. Whether you're at the Mayo Clinic or you're at any other healthcare facility, they most likely have an electronic app. It's really critical that in today's world, you get that app installed on your phone and you learn how to use it. That's where you're going to go to find all of your appointments. You're going to find your records. You're even going to find maps probably on where to go. You'll be able to send messages to your physician and to your healthcare team, and they'll send messages back to you. And if you have an emergency, you'll find the numbers that you can call for help. So don't overlook the importance of putting a little tech on your health care and making sure you understand how to use that app. So I have Jim here with me today to celebrate my good fortune to be feeling better and recovering, and we're both in a great mood. But Jim, I don't know if you remember a few years ago, we were going to take a trip, and I had an accident the day before and wound up in the emergency room.
Oh, I won't ever forget that.
And so we actually had to cancel that trip the day before. And I spent time in the emergency room. Fortunately, once again, I was fortunate. I didn't have anything serious wrong with me. But one of the things that you'll want to think about when you plan a trip is that the unexpected can happen, and it can happen before you leave home. People really do get sick, and so if that happens, you're going to be so happy that you bought that cruise insurance, because we were so fortunate. I think they reimbursed us for everything, right, Jim?
Everything, yes.
Everything. And then the other unexpected thing that happened is, Jim, do you remember when we were in Italy and you got sick on a cruise?
Yes.
Well, it is really not fun to be sick when you're out on that cruise ship, but many of the cruise ships today have really good health facilities, and they took really great care of Jim. But again, our health insurance did not cover that. So we're so happy that we had cruise insurance, because once again, it paid for everything. I think you need to look at your cruise insurance and your health insurance and make sure you're going to be covered before you leave on your trip. If you're headed to a remote location, you may want to consider engaging the services of a travel doctor. I went on a trip to the jungles in Panama and in Costa Rica, and so I was worried about what I might be exposed to there. And so I did engage the services of a travel doctor, and they were very helpful in making sure that I had any vaccinations that I felt I needed, working with my doctor, and any medications that I might need for anything in particular that I encountered there. So I encourage you that if you're going to a remote location or a location that you're worried about, to consult with a travel doctor. They can be very, very helpful when you're headed out on a trip. No one wants to be sick when traveling, so remember that pre-planning will help you cruise around health issues while you're traveling. Be sure you work with your physician and learn to use your medical app. Your physician can help you with pre-planning, and they can help you with what to bring along on your trip. Be sure you consider purchasing travel or cruise insurance. I was lucky that the insurance I purchased paid all my costs, but be sure you read carefully and determine what your risk level is before you make that purchase. And evaluate your need for a travel doctor. That can be very, very helpful when you're traveling to remote locations where you may not have access to health care. Be sure you plan for the unexpected, both before and during your trip. There is nothing more important than your health. So make sure that you have a plan B if you're sick before you leave or if something happens during your trip. This is where your travel or your cruise insurance can be very helpful. So make sure you have a plan so you can continue to cruise around those health issues and have a great time while you're traveling.